What's up, guys? Alex here, and we're here today for the post-race press conference for Japan. With me is Pro Swaine of Williams, Clarky-san of Red Bull, and Champion of Red Bull 2. First question goes to Clarky. Congratulations on the win, and can you just briefly talk us through your race weekend?
I went out for a first hot lap on a set of options and set a pole time. I wasn't extremely happy with it, and I was thinking I might have been caught by a few drivers being only a couple tenths down the road, but I went out for another time. Did pick up 0.7, but then lost on the very last corner at the final chicane, and just had to hope that nobody else finishing laps would have taken pole. Got off to an alright start, just had to hold off whoever was behind me. JG and Fossey were starting off pretty well, and then once Fossey unfortunately disconnected, which was a shame because he probably would have finished quite high, I just had to hold off JG, who was ended up battling both Williams drivers and yourself, Alex, before Jam eventually did show up, and then just ploughed on to the end, running a different strategy, hoping I wouldn't bounce into Jam in the pit lane.
Jam, it was a difficult race for you this weekend. A lot went on, and you finished in 4th place. Could you just talk us through the events from your point of view, please?
I was 8th in qualifying, and I decided to go for an extra run to get higher up the grid, which meant an extra lap on the option tyres. I did get up to 5th, but it put a bit of a strain on the tyres. I had a pretty good start, got myself up to 3rd, was behind JG, but then made a couple of mistakes because of the worn tyres, dropped down to 7th just before my pit stop. Got involved with a few guys like yourself, Speed, and later on Swaine controller disconnected or something, so he kind of ghosted. I hit the back of him and then got a really unlucky penalty, which was really annoying. Later on I caught up to yourself and Speed and made a bit of a stupid mistake, crashed into Speed, lost a couple of positions, and luckily recovered to 4th on the last lap, so some good points for Red Bull, which is the main thing right now.
Swaine, you were looking fairly quick this weekend, but you retired before the end of the race. Can you talk us through your race and what led up to your retirement, please?
Well, qualifying, I wasn't too bad. I got a good first lap in, but went out for I hadn't had much practice, so I went out on a set of hards. I don't know why, to be honest. But then, as I was coming back in to go for softs, my HDMI disconnected from my TV, so I had to pause it, which meant I couldn't go into the pits, so I wasn't able to do a final run. So I think I ended up 6th or something like that. Not bad start, getting a couple of positions. Had an incident with you, dropped me back down to about 10th or 11th, I think it was. So I had to wait for people to rejoin the track. Went decent, had some good battles, and then my HDMI disconnected in front of Jam, which wasn't that great. Gave him a penalty, which was unlucky, and then it happened the second time going through Degners, so I thought, well, if this keeps happening, then I could give people more penalties or take them out of the race, so I thought it'd be stupid, so I ended up retiring.
Clarky, it's just been announced that you are joining McLaren for Season 5. After a pretty good run at Red Bull, can you talk us why you've decided to move to McLaren for next season, please?
Well, very first season I'd driven in a Williams alongside Slow Dog, no longer with us, and then took up the team ownership, which was brought into Season 4 for Red Bull, and got myself in, obviously Jam, race winner, and he would just be able to carry most of the team, which he has done all season. Obviously with Season 5 coming round, I did sort of realise there might be a few people wanting to be a team owner, so thought I'd be the first to take the plunge and just enjoy racing and really experience what it's like being a driver rather than a team owner and see who actually wants you from being a team owner. Basically, me and Linders have been talking previously. He was the press chief. I used to be staff. Did bring him in. Our hate relationship for chatting to each other, getting to know each other a bit, and when he approached, I just thought that maybe silver was a better colour, and obviously McLaren is a working team and work in progress, so any tips I could give would maybe be able to help the team progress further and maybe make it a bit more of a title challenging team, or at least give a good scrap all the way till the end.
Jam, you're taking up the role of team owner for Season 5. You're going to be running the Sauber team. Can you talk us through what you're planning to achieve in the next season, and if you've got any particular targets to be signing?
Well, I have approached a driver for League One, and he knows all about it, and I think he's pretty interested, so I'll hopefully sign him. For League 2, I haven't really thought about it too much, but one driver has approached me, and I have given thought to it, but I'm not going to make any decisions at the moment. I just want to build a good solid team overall to aim for the overall constructors, and with the driver that I've approached for League 1, I feel we can definitely battle for the League 1 constructors, and then hopefully do the same with League 2 as well.
Swaine, it was announced today that you're going to be joining Lotus for Season 5. What made you decide to go to Lotus, and what are you expecting from Mr. Tazo as a team owner?
Well, I already know what it's. Well, I already know Tazo. I'm a good friends with him, so that was one of the main reasons for deciding to go to Lotus. And the another reason was my good friend Dom, QS Lyrics, left the site. And I've been talking to Tazo since then, and he had hinted about me joining Lotus. So I thought, yeah, now was a good opportunity to join for them.
How did Mikey take it when you told him that you'd be leaving the team at the end of the season?
Mikey was really good. I must say that Mikey was really good about it. He just said a good win wouldn't go amiss before I left, which I've promised him I'll try. I promised him I'll try and get for him. But yeah, Mikey was really good about it, which I'm thankful for.
So Japan was a very eventful race that produced a lot of good highlights. Thank you very much to the three drivers for giving me their time. Next we go into Abu Dhabi, and I will see you then.